Hello team and welcome back to the channel. So before starting the video, small request, please subscribe to the channel. We upload videos on daily basis at 9 a.m. in the morning. Also, I am running a series now which is 30 days of DevOps, okay, in which I will try to cover all the DevOps topics which will help you to land a job, okay. Now coming to today's topic, so as mentioned, today we are going to install Tomcat and we are going to deploy a Java based application inside a Tomcat, okay. And for that we are going to use this application, which is an application from Spring Boot, okay. So this is a pet clinic application, and let me show you just a small overview. So after deployment, this application will be looking like this, okay. So we are going to do that, okay. Now before anything, let me first make you understand how a Tomcat works and what exactly is Tomcat, okay. So Apache Tomcat, basically it's a web server which uses Java based which is used for deploying Java based applications. And how it does, basically it creates a separate process for that application, okay. So the process for like deploying application to Apache Tomcat, this is how it goes, okay. Let's say we have a VM Ubuntu machine, okay. So you can see, like, I actually have this Ubuntu machine. I have just created 4 GB of RAM, okay. So let's say we are having a Ubuntu machine and we have installed Apache Tomcat, which I will show you how to install, okay. So once we have installed, and next thing that we need to do is build our application. So if you have watched my previous video, you should know, like, we can build our application using the command Maven clean package or Maven package to generate the artifact in the form of jar or war file, okay. So inside Apache Tomcat folder, there is another folder named web apps, okay. If you can see, this is the folder inside Apache Tomcat, and this is where we are supposed to copy and paste our artifact, okay. So this is what we are going to do. We will set up Apache Tomcat on Ubuntu machine. Then once it is set up, then we will go inside web apps folder and copy and paste our artifact, which is like app.war or app.jar, whatever is getting generated, okay. So once this is generated, then we can access the application on browser using the port 8080. So by default, Tomcat runs on port 8080, okay. So we can go on that port, and if any mapping is given for our application, then we will provide that mapping, and then we will access the application, okay. So this is what we are going to do today, okay. I hope till this everything is clear, okay. Also, I would request you that make sure that you watch the previous videos, because this series, they are going to be interlinked, and to watch the next video you need to complete the previous videos, because we are going to use resources and things from the previous videos, okay. So before starting like installing and setting up Tomcat, what I want to do is first of all guide you with some of the important Linux command which we are going to need today, okay. So let me just connect to server, and I hope, like, since you have watched previous video, you know how to create a VM and how to connect it, okay. So let's clear the screen, okay. So first command that I want you to know is how to create file or folder, okay. So let's say I want to create a folder. I will run the command as mkdir, and then folder name, let's say it is Aditya, okay. And to go inside the folder, we will run the command as cd, okay, and here we are, okay. So inside this folder, I want to create a few files, okay. So to create a new file, we can run the command as touch, then name of the file, for example 1.txt space. If I want to create another file or multiple files, we can just keep providing the names like that, okay. So you can see 2 files we have created. I can run the command as ls to see the files, you can see, okay. And one more folder I want to create again, mkdir, then js, okay. So as of now, we have 2 files and 1 folder, okay. So what exactly I want you to know is how we are giving permissions on files and folder, okay. So to check for the permission, like what kind of permissions these files and folders are having, we can run the command as ls-lrt, okay. Click enter, okay. Now let me explain you what exactly is happening here and what these things are denoting, okay. So let me clear this page, yeah, okay. So you can see for like first file 2.txt or 1.txt, and for the folder js, these things are written, okay. So let me write it in the same format as it is written there, -rw rw, then hyphen r, then hyphen hyphen. Okay, this is for 2.txt, right? Okay, so every file or folder basically is having like 3 different categories or 3 different levels of permission, I could say. Okay, so 3 categories of users who will be having access to a file or folder are, first of all, is owner, second will be having a group, okay, and third will be having others. Okay, now owner, you can see here Ubuntu, the format you can see here, this first part which says Ubuntu, that is the owner. Second part that says that is the group, okay, the group that the owner belongs to. Okay, right? Okay, so and this file is there, as you can see. Okay, let's say I just want to say ki all these 3 like owner, the group that owner belongs to, and other users have complete permission. Okay, also, like, just to let you know, there are 3 kind of permission, which is read, then write, then execute. Okay, 3 kinds of permission we are having. Okay, also we denote this level of permission by numbers as 4, 2 and 1. Okay, so we denote permissions with these numbers. Okay, why I am saying like we use numbers, because I will just show you in a bit. Okay, okay, so you can see 3 users we are having, 3 level of users. One is owners, who is the owner of that file or folder, and the group, the group that to which that owner belongs to, and we have rest of the other users. Okay, okay, let's say that file 2.txt is having read, write and execute access, or read, write and execute permissions for all 3 of them, for like the owner, for the group, and for others. Then you know in what format it should be showing there. In that case it should be showing like rwx, rwx, rwx. Okay, right? Now what I am trying to tell you is that every time you see 3 repeated 3 rwx, rwx, this you will be able to see if all 3 of them have complete permissions. Okay, for example, let me just make it a little bit differentiable. One second. Yeah, okay, now rwx, rws, rwx. Okay, so this basically means the first is the permission, different permissions for owner, second is the permissions for the group, and third is the permissions of the other users. Okay, now here if you try to understand rw, that means the owner is having just read and write permissions, right? Second, again rw, that means the group that owner belongs to, which is Ubuntu, is also having just read and write access, right? Then last we have just r, no wx, that means other users are having just read access. Okay, now what I want to show you is how we can change these permissions. Okay, okay, so as I mentioned, numbers we are denoting using numbers. Okay, so let's say if we add all of them, 4 plus 2 plus 1 gives 7. Okay, right? Okay, now what is the command for changing the permission? So the command of changing permission, we have chmod, which is like making like modifications. Okay, okay, yeah. Okay, so next, like how to change the permissions for file 2.txt. Let's say that I want to like change the permission for like owner and group. I want the complete permissions, complete access, and other users I just want like read access only. Okay, or let's say read and write. Okay, so that means the like format the permissions that we'll be having will be in this format: rwx, rwx, rw, right? Correct? Okay, as I mentioned, 4 to 1 equal to 7. So here what we'll write, for first owner we have 7, all 3 permissions. For group also 7 for all 3 permissions, but for this other users we have just rw. So if we add r and w, what comes? 4 to 6. So here if we write 6, And next we need to provide the name of the file, which is 2.txt. okay, so if we are running this command, the change permissions should be visible in this format: rwx, then rw dash, right? Okay, so let's test it. So if I copy this command, okay, let me first make it this side and keep it here. Let me close this one. Yeah, okay, so here if I paste it, click enter. Again, if I run ls minus lrt, now here for the first file, if you look closely, rwx, rw, okay, and that means we have successfully changed the permissions on that file, right? Same thing if I want to do for this folder who's having rwx and rx, okay. So if I want like complete permissions for all the like owners or the group and others, we can run the command as chmod 777 for all the users and name of the file, name of the folder, which is this one. Click enter, ls minus lrt. Here you can see complete permission, and this D basically denotes that this is a directory. Okay, this D denotes it's a directory, and since it's empty here, that means it's a file. Okay, right? Okay, let's say I want to come out of this. Okay, so now we are out of this folder, and I want that permissions on all the files and folder inside this specific folder should be like anything, something that I want. Okay, for example, like I want to give complete permissions to every users. Okay, so I can run the command as chmod, then hyphen r for recursive. That means like the permission will go to the folder itself and all the files inside it as well. Okay, so recursively, then I want to give permission as 777. Okay, and here if I just put name of this one, folder name. Okay, and click enter. Okay, now if I run the command as ls minus lrt, you can see complete access on the folder. If you go inside Aditya, ls minus lrt, click enter, and here also if you see, all the files and folders are having complete access because we just gave it using this command. Okay, so I hope you understand how we are changing permissions, and the reason that I said that, because if I go back to this diagram, you can see we need to copy the file. Okay, and basically the Tomcat folder, it is like we will be going to install this Tomcat inside opt folder. Okay, so there like normal users won't be having access. So to make sure that users are able to copy these files, we will change the permissions on Apache, Tomcat Apache folder, right? Okay, so I hope you understand that. Okay, so let me expand it. Let me clear the screen, come out of this, and let's remove anything here, rm-rf. Yeah, okay, now coming to the part where we are going to install Tomcat. Okay, also like just to show you how we can copy a file. So let's say we are having a file touch 1.txt. this file is there. If I run ls command, you can see one file is there. If I want to copy this file here itself, I can run the command as cp 1.txt. I want to copy this inside another file whose name is 2.txt. Click enter, ls. Now these two files are basically same files but with different names because I have copied. Okay, so I hope you understand how we can copy. Click enter. Okay, okay, so to install Tomcat on your machine, these are the commands which we are going to follow. Okay, so first of all, we need to go inside /opt. Okay, so let's do that. cd/opt. Okay, so now we are inside the opt folder, and now we need to install the package. Okay, now what I want to tell you about another command which is very important. Okay, so let me copy this and let me explain it to you. If I paste it here, see wget. So wget basically it's a command like which is used for downloading files through URLs. So I have a file like Tomcat 9.0.65 tar.gz file on this URL. Okay, so if I basically click this URL, I'll be able to download the file. So you inside like Ubuntu machines or Linux machines, we can run this command wget then the URL, and it will download the URL on that specific location. So if I click enter here, you can see it has started downloading. Also one more thing, that in case you are wondering which version to use, so for my, like I have been using Tomcat 9.0.65 from quite some time. In case you want to use a different version, what you can do, you can go to Google and search for Tomcat archive. Okay, you can open the first one, and here you can select the version. For example, let's say Tomcat 9 only, and here in my case I have Tomcat 9.0.65. click enter, and here inside bin file you will find different formats of that Tomcat, and whichever is suitable for you, you can just copy the like right click on it like this, copy link address, and you can get it. Okay, if I paste it here, you can see the proper URL. Same thing I have done there. Okay, so now our Tomcat file has been downloaded. Now what we need to do, just to see if it is available, ls. Okay, now you can see the Tomcat file is available, but it is inside like it is in the format which is not accessible. Basically it's a zip sort of file. Okay, so you know, if we are having a zip sort of file, what we do, we extract it. So for extracting any zip files or tar or gz files, we have this command tar space -xvf. Okay, so we are going to extract it now. So let's copy that command. Also don't worry, all the commands that I am using here, it will be available to you as well. Okay, click enter, and you can see it has been extracted. If I run ls command, a separate folder has been created, right? Okay, so yeah, let's go back here. Okay, so now we need to make some modifications, basically like set up the username, password for our Tomcat. Here if you can see, this is the line, like username I want to have admin, password is admin1234, roles admin GUI and manager GUI. Okay, so these are the changes which we need to do. Okay, so let's do that. So I will copy this, and let's go inside the folder, and okay, so we are seeing cd permission denied. What we can try is sudo cd, and 1 second, let me try executing this command. Sudo cd, oh, it's saying command not found. Okay, no issues. What we can do, we can become root user, sudo su. Okay, and then we can perform the commands. So I will just paste this. Okay, so now we are inside this folder, and okay, so also like another Linux command that you need to know is vi. Vi is a command that is used for editing any file. Okay, so if I paste it here, sudo vi, so this is the user files which we are going to edit, to add, like to provide username, password. Okay, click enter, and you can see these files are there. Okay, these are the contents of the file. Okay, now when we have like opened a file using vi and we want to make changes to it, first of all we need to press I means, you can see insert. Okay, now we need to go to the line where we want to add that, and here you can see what is written, add below line at the end. Okay, second last line. So let me copy this line, and here let's go to second last line. Yeah, so second last line is this one only. I will go here, right click, paste. Okay, and to like save and come out of this file, we will press escape, then colon, then WQ, and now the file has been saved. Okay, okay, next what we need to do is run these commands. Okay, these are like for starting and stopping Tomcat. So there are some changes in that, so we'll run these commands as well. Okay, I hope you are able to understand everything whatever I am showing here. Okay, these two commands we have ran. Next we need to comment this line. Okay, so again we want to run vi command to edit a file. As I mentioned, vi is the command for editing files. Okay, let's see what we need to comment. Okay, so let's paste this, enter. Okay, so here let let me just check valve class name. Okay, so we will scroll down to this place, okay, and type I for insert, then we will comment it. Comment goes like this, and for closing the comment we will go here, double dash, and this one again. To save and exit, escape colon WQ, and we have saved that file. Okay, next command that we need to run is we need to comment one more file. So let's copy this, and similar thing we need to comment, so let's do that. Let me clear the screen. Yeah, paste it here. Again we will go to valve, press I for insert. See, even if you are fresher now, these commands which I am showing you, you can also execute. There is like nothing very hard in this, okay, so you don't need to worry about anything. Okay, so again, to save it, escape colon WQ, file is saved. Okay, this one thing. Now what we want to do, we want to make sure that we stop the Tomcat first and then start it. So I will paste the command here. Okay, it is saying Java home or not JR. Okay, I think we have not installed Java and we need to have that, so no issues. What I will do, I will run these commands to install Java right now. Okay, paste it here. Java as well as Maven, okay, because we are going to build a Maven based application, so we will run those commands. Now enter the command for installing Java. Meanwhile it is getting installed, we will copy the command for Maven. Okay, also, like, I would request you to join my Telegram group, because if you are having any issues, if you are facing any error, you can just post the screenshots there. So in that case, me or any other team member who is there, who knows how to fix, they can guide you. Okay, and that group that I have created, Telegram group, it's like many to many, so that everyone can post messages. Okay, not just me, it's not admin specific, everyone can post messages and everyone can like discuss things. Okay, so that's a good thing. Okay, it's 99%. Okay, meanwhile what I can do, I can open this server in a new page and I can run the command to install Maven side by side. Okay, could not get. Okay, no issues. Okay, here we'll paste the command for Maven, enter. See, everything as of now I'm doing using a root user, so everything is like easily getting done. Okay, yeah, it is getting installed. Once it gets installed successfully, then what we will do, we will try to access the Tomcat application in the browser. Okay, I don't know why it is slow. Basically, I'm having a good network connection as well, and I'm using a bigger VM also. Still, it is showing little slow. Okay, let me come out of this. Okay, and here we will run the command to start and stop Tomcat. Okay, first we will stop it. Sudo stop Tomcat. Press this one. Okay, see, it is saying connection refused because we have not yet started. Now we can run the command for starting the Tomcat. So let's paste it here. Okay, now to access the Tomcat application, we can go to our VM, copy the IP address, paste it in browser, colon. By default Tomcat runs on 8080 port, so click enter, and you can see Tomcat is running, right? Okay, so our Tomcat is running fine, that's good. Next, what we need to do is build our application. Okay, so for that, what I'm going to do is git clone pet clinic application, git clone, and let's copy this, copy the URL of this application, copy and paste it here. Okay, now as I mentioned how to like build and run a project. You already know we can run the command as Maven clean package. Okay, and let's wait for it to complete. You can see it has started. So it is basically downloading all the dependencies that is required to build and package the application. Okay, see, I'm requesting again, just follow the videos one by one. Every day just one videos I'm sharing, so that it does not load up too much on you. Okay, so first day we covered what exactly is DevOps, how it works, and like how we can use DevOps in our application building process. Then I shared what is Maven, how we can use Maven to build Java based projects. Why I'm choosing Java? Because it is one of the most used programming languages for building backend and like complete application. Okay, that is why. And the basic deployment server, you can inform or tell in interview that I have deployed the application on Tomcat server. Okay, that is why Tomcat server I have chosen. See, in future videos we will be deploying applications not to Tomcat but using Docker container, Kubernetes and all, but step by step we'll be moving. So first I'm deploying the application using this Tomcat. Okay, we can see like it is downloading different dependencies and plugins for building the application. So it's taking a little bit of time, but no issues. Okay, let me do one thing, let it complete, because I'm not sure how much like dependencies it needs to download. So once download completes, then I'll be back. Okay team, so as you can see the build is success. If I run the ls command, we should be able to see target folder. Okay, so let's go inside target folder, and if I again run the ls command, you can see there is a var file generated which is named as petclinic.var. Okay, and this is the var file that we need to copy inside tomcat/web apps folder. Okay, so if I run pwd command, then it will give the complete path root/petclinic/target, right? Okay, so what I will do, I will open the server again in different page, become root. Okay, yeah, so we are here inside petclinic, you can see. Okay, now we need to figure out find out the path of tomcat/web apps folder. Okay, so as you remember, we installed it inside opt folder. Go there. Okay, here you can see Apache Tomcat folder, so we will go inside it again, ls, and here you can see web apps folder is there, right? So let's go inside it. Okay, so these are the files inside web apps folder. Okay, so let me run pwd command. Yeah, so you can see this is the location where we need to copy our artifact. Okay, so as I mentioned, to copy an artifact, what we can do, first we will come out of this. So we are inside our project directory. Okay, so we'll run the command as cp, and we will copy this path where our artifact is there, paste this / name of the artifact. Okay, copy this as well, and here we will paste it. Okay, now this is the source path from where you are copying. Okay, so cp source path, then target path. Okay, target path, you see here, this is the target path, right? So let's copy this as well, copy, and if I go back here, paste it here, this is the target path. Let's put a / and click enter. Okay, so I guess it is done. Now what we can do, we can go to browser. See, Tomcat is still running, right? but to access the application we need to provide a slash path here, because that is added inside source code as mapping. Okay, so we will provide the name as pet clinic, click enter, and you can see access the application is running inside running as a separate process inside Apache Tomcat. Okay, so it is running fine. You can see find owners. If I click on find owners, all the details is available. Okay, so this is how you deploy a application using Tomcat. Okay, simply you need to copy the artifact inside Tomcat folder. Okay team, so now we have deployed using root user, but as I mentioned, like we have studied a little bit about changing permissions. So let's say that we are not root user and we are any other user, for example Ubuntu user. Okay, then how we will be copying the file, because it won't be having permission to copy that file, right? For example, if you can see I am on this folder. If I go inside OPT folder, which is where our Tomcat is installed, and here if I try to go inside this folder, that also fine. Go inside web apps, that also fine. Okay, see here permission denied. Okay, that means we are able to go inside these two folders, but we do not have permission to go inside web apps folder. Okay, so if I run the command as ls-lrt, we can see the owner is root and we do not have permission to execute the copy the files, or basically write the files inside that folder. Okay, so in that case what I will be doing, I will first of all go outside of this. Okay, and I want to change the ownership of this Tomcat folder. Okay, how we will do that? We will first of all, since we are not root, so we will write the command as sudo. For changing ownership, the command is chown, and I want to do it recursively. Okay, so that folders inside Apache also get done that. Okay, and here in owner I want to write the name as Ubuntu. Okay, this is the new owner of that web apps folder and Tomcat folder also. Okay, now here we want to provide the name of the folder, which is Apache. So click enter. If I run ls-lrt, okay, you can see here now the owner of this folder is Ubuntu. Okay, so let's go inside web apps. One second, yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, and go inside web apps. You can see now we are able to go inside web apps because we have changed the permissions, and we have changed the owner, so that owner is having read write execute access on that web app folder. Okay, so what I will do, I will copy this path, which is this one, and now we have ran the file also. Okay, so here what I will do, I will copy the artifact. So we will run the command as cp, then inside here we will write target folder. We are inside this one now. One second. Yeah, cp slash, why this is coming, let me run ls. Target folder is there, so we can cp slash target. Yeah, and here pet clinic, name of the pet clinic file. Okay, let me go inside target and let's see if file is there or not. Ls file is there. Okay, no issues. We will go to root directory of the project. Let me clear the screen. cp, then target, then pet clinic .war file. Okay, and where we want to copy this file is this location. So I will I will copy this whole path, copy, and let's paste it here. Okay, now what we can do, we can go to base, and now let's go inside opt to check if the folder is there, file is there or not. Okay, and go to web apps ls, and you can see file is there. And if I again go back to browser here, See, this was previously deployed, but I actually removed the file, and now we have just copied using Ubuntu user, right? And now we can again see all the like application is running fine. Okay, so now you understand how we can basically deploy using Tomcat application using root user as well as other user by changing the permissions of the file, right? So we basically change the ownership as of now, but even if you change the permission to other users, that will also work. I hope you understood the point, right? How we can deploy. Okay, so thanks for watching, and let's see you in the next video. Also, all the documentation for this will be available inside the document that I will upload on the repository. Okay, so thanks for watching and have a nice day.